Good morning, student. Today, in the theme 7, the imperial capital of Vijayanagar, our next topic is other buildings in the royal center. One of the beautiful buildings in the royal center is the Lotus Mahal. According to Mackenzie, it may have been a council chamber, a place where the kings met his advisor. Here you see in this picture very beautiful this lotus temple, and this name was given by the British officer, okay, to this because the this British on that in the 19th century, the British travelers when they reach and they were saw this beautiful building, and they also give this romantic name that the Lotus Mahal to this building. And this mahal, this palace was used by the king to meet his advisor here. Now the other buildings in the royal center. One of the most spectacular building found in the royal center is the Hazara Rama temple. This was probably meant to be used only by the kings and his family. Okay, this temple was only used by the king and his royal family. This is the building, this is the full picture of the Hazara Rama temple. Now the sacred center. Tradition about the sacred center. The hills of the northern region sheltered the monkey kingdom of Bali and Sugriva mentioned in the Ramayana. The other tradition suggested that Pampa Devi, the local mother goddess, did penance in these hills in order to marry the Virupaksha, the guardian deity of this kingdom, okay, and also recognized as the form of the Shiva. So these were the traditions, paramparai. Okay, for this sacred center, maybe that area was, as we know that in the Ramayana that was already mentioned that this area, this was the kingdom of the Bali and Sugriva, or the other tradition which suggested that this the Pampa Devi, as you know that the local mother goddess and Virupaksha like as the Shiva. Okay, that was the form of the Shiva. And the Pampa Devi, this mother goddess, want to marry with the Virupaksha. Now the features of the temples of the Vijayanagar. Vijayanagar kings encouraged temple buildings as it conveyed a divine association between the deity and the king. The Vijayanagar kings claimed to rule on behalf of the god Virupaksha. They believe on that time the kings they were believed that the god not come on this earth. So the god sent their uh, prophet हम कह सकते हैं or the messengers that to look after the subjects or the people. So the royal sent this all royal orders were signed Shri Virupaksha, usually in the script Kannada. Okay, all the orders when they signed, first of all, they also wrote Shri Virupaksha. Now the features of these temples of Vijayanagar, rulers also indicated their close link with the gods by using the title Hindu Sura Tarana. Okay, they were also used this title before their name, and this was a Sanskritization of the Arabic term Sultan, meaning king. So literally means the Hindu Sultan. The Vijayanagar king made grants to the temples. Earlier, I am told you they were also great patronage to these temples, and the temples developed as the center of the social and cultural activities. all type of the social and the cultural activities were held in these temples on that time, because these temples were not the small temples. These temples were very very large and huge and very big temples on that time. In the south, if you visited in this time, you also saw the temples are very very big temples. So because all that temples were built in the 15th or the 16th century. Okay, and on that time, all the social and cultural activities were held in these temples. The king also, were also visited in these temples, and were important, okay, on the important occasions, and he was accompanied by the Nayaks. With Nayaks, Amar Nayaks, they were also accompanied the kings when the kings on the important occasion visited in these temples. During this period, certain new features were evident in the temple's architecture. These included structures of enormous size that must have been built to the mark of imperial authority. It means that the main feature was that the large, the size of these temples was very, very big. Now, the one of the best examples of the Rayas, Gopuram, or the royal gateways, that often dwarfed to the tower of the center shrines. These Gopuram that signaled the presence of the temple from a great distance. These Gopurams were very big. They were the kings. They were made these gateways very, very huge and very big and very beautiful, because through these gateways they were also shown their power. Okay, these towering gateways also reminded about the power of the king, who could command the resources, techniques, and skills that was required to construct them. Another distinctive feature of the temple architect was the mandaps or pavilions and long pillared corridors that often ran around the shrines within the temple complex. Okay, the another feature that was very important, that was the mandaps or the pavilions. In the temples, many mandaps were there, and in the whole of the shrine or the temples, we saw the pillared corridors, and that pillared corridors, that was also beautiful carved. So all these were the main features of the temples of this Vijayanagar Empire. Thank you, student.